Hello, everybody. How are you? How are things in your world? Hey, we're doing a series of videos about communities in Pittsburgh, and this is 3 fun facts about Shadyside, a cool neighborhood in the city proper. And of course, Shadyside was established shortly after the city of Pittsburgh became an official town. Shadyside, noted for its leafy trees, hence its name. And there were so many trees when they first established Shadyside, they didn't even have room for streets. That's way back. We're talking the beginning of this town, beginning of the neighborhood. There weren't any room for homes. There were so many streets. So they actually had to cut down 37% of the trees in Shadyside just to have room to build the houses and build the roads. So at one time, they were thinking about calling it Clumpyside. Noted for the clumps of trees that were just being hauled out of there every day just to have a place to sit down. You couldn't even sit down in Shadyside. There were so many trees. So that's fun fact number 1. Fun fact number 2 is that today, of course, Shadyside is a booming area full of cool restaurants, boisterous nightclubs, and a whole scene. And a lot of young people like to hang out in Shadyside, but of course it attracts people of all ages. In fact, there's an increase of 175% of people over the age of 65 going to Shadyside, namely for one reason, and that's the 65 and over club. And this is a new disco that has been established in Shadyside. It came on the scene. They did a soft launch in 2014, and over time, the oldsters have increasingly walked over there or ambled, depending on their age, to enjoy the sounds of yesteryear. So you're talking the disco era, even reaching back to the sha-na-na area, depending on what night it is. So that's the 65 and older club, one of the few nightclubs, full-on club, the club, a full-on club dedicated to older bargoers. But guys, it's been a hit, and if you're in that age range, head on over. Even if you're not, if you like the music of the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, that is the place for you, because they're playing it all, and the 60s. They're playing it all over there at the 65 and over club. And finally, fun fact number 3 about Shadyside is that was not an area that they expected to be so popular. So as a result, it was originally zoned as an industrial area, a little known fact. So to this day, if you wanted to put in a warehouse, you would not have to get special permission to do that, because the area is already zoned for it. And this little clause, this little loophole was taken advantage of by a company out of Canada called Canada Watch. And what they do is they bring in all of the watches that are made in Canada into one big warehouse, and they offer them for sale. And you might think, well, what's so unique about Canadian watches? Guys, they can tell time to 40 below zero. And if you've ever spent any time in Pittsburgh in the winter, you know that at least from December through February, twice a week, your watch will stop because of the freezing cold. So if you want a sub-zero watch that tells time in all Pittsburgh weather, head over to the Canada Watch warehouse in Shadyside. Guys, that's 3 fun facts you probably didn't know about that community. Take a look and head on over, get something to eat, walk around the streets, buy something in the shops. You're going to love it.